ask that you take the next few moments to really clear the space that you're in, to make it sacred and safe and holy for this journey that we are about to embark on together. So whatever you need to do for that, if it's finding a safe room that you can close and lock the door, I encourage you to go there now, to do that now. I would love for this time for us to be completely uninterrupted so that we can go as deep into this transcendental space together, where space and time actually do not exist. They kind of press pause and we enter this ceremonial space where all things are possible. It's sort of like a quantum space. And so in order to enter into that liminal space, that soul space where all things are possible, where the past does not define who we are, where the future has yet to been writ, there is a certain kind of ambiance that we create to let the soul know that we are welcoming the soul and the soul space into the space that we are currently in. So lighting a candle, maybe lighting some incense. I encourage you to really energetically and physically create a sacred space around you for this work that we are about to embark on together. So taking a few minutes to do that. You can even pause this recording as you do that, knowing that it'll be right here for you when you're ready to journey. For this journey, as we make our own descent into the underworld to meet someone near and dear to us, but maybe we have forgotten along the way, I encourage us to begin first above land. And I encourage us to begin with honoring ourselves with a sort of devotion. So, as I would have put in the description box above this recording, I encourage you to dress to the nines for yourself. Dress evocatively, provocatively, but evocative of your soul, provocative of your senses. What makes you feel alive as you wear it? What makes you feel embodied and sensual and beautiful? What feels good on your skin? What fabrics feel good on your skin? And really exploring your closet and finding a dress, pants, shirt, jewelry, a crown if you have it, something to wear on your head, but really adorn yourself in beauty and things that feel beautiful on the inside, so that the beauty that you are physically putting on yourself, it emerges from the inside and it almost like oozes, it seeps out of your pores. This immaculate beauty that you recognize is internal and you are expressing through your outer wear, through this external form of recognizing that deep internal and eternal beauty that you eminently are. So going ahead, if you haven't already, and really placing earrings on, necklaces if they're available. If they're not available, really imagining what is a necklace that truly honors who you are, that truly emanates and responds and reflects the beauty of your unique individual soul. Like, what stones are used, right? Really allowing your imagination and your intuition to really feel into, tap into what stones reflect the inner and unique wisdom that you carry, the inner and unique beauty that naturally emanates from the center of yourself. So really exploring what you have physically, and if you don't have it physically, knowing that, really connecting with it etherically, connecting with it in your imagination holds as much weight, holds as much value. But we're really wanting to adorn ourselves in our own adoration towards ourselves, and the adoration that actually exists all around us, all throughout the universe that sees you, that sees your beauty for exactly and what it is. So we are connecting to this thread wisdom of your innate and eternal beauty at the very beginning of this journey. So doing that now. Connecting with the crown that you place on your head, the symbol of your wisdom, the symbol of your sovereignty, the symbol of the honor and the respect that you have for yourself, that life itself has for you. Really putting that crown on now, putting something on your head that represents this inherited gift of universal wisdom. And we all have a piece of it. We all have a fractal of our unique wisdom that we specifically carry from source consciousness, from the whole, right? So acknowledging that unique fractal that you hold of the whole of the wisdom of the universe, and realizing all of it exists within you. But there are unique perspectives that we carry as human beings in this life. So really honoring that, honoring your unique fractal, your unique and intrinsic beauty and wisdom. That wisdom is beauty. That beauty is wisdom. They are reflections of one another. So putting that on your things, adorning your hands with rings, these beautiful hands that do so much in this life, that reach out, that touch, that hold, that receive, that offer such gifts to the world. These beautiful hands, adorning them with rings, with bracelets now, and really connecting to the beauty of what you offer, of who you are, connecting to that now. Just taking the time to connect to these different physical pieces of clothing, of jewelry, of adornment, and really acknowledging each and every piece of your body that they touch, and acknowledging what that part of your body that's representative of your soul, what it provides to you, the beauty that it naturally carries. These beautiful breasts, right? They're so much fun. They're luscious. They're beautiful. Men adore them. We adore them. They're fun to play with. They're fun to hold, and they're life-giving. They literally are storehouses for life nourishment, for babies, for life. Like there is no other being on this earth other than the mother, other than the embodied feminine that holds this literal nectar, this life-giving nectar of life. So really just, even if you're not a mother, even if you never plan to be a mother, it's not about that. It's about recognizing the capacity and the beauty of your own physical being, and how Spirit Source has chosen these physical beings to represent our soul being. And so really just taking the time to sit with yourself, sit with your body, sit with your soul, and recognize how much beauty is always there, always present, always offering itself to the world. So really bringing that back in and just wearing it like the queen that you are, wearing it like the sovereign that you are, acknowledging the beauty that you hold, the wisdom that you hold, the intelligence that you are, that you were born to be. Really taking the time to put that on as you have put on these clothes, as you have put on these adornments, whether physical or representational. Feeling into the deep wisdom of your eternal being, the deep dignity and beauty that you carry just from being you. And have fun with it, whatever feels good for you. Maybe gently feeling your face, just honoring your face, this beautiful composition of skin and bone and sinew, and your eyes, what your eyes see every day. Just, really taking the time to honor yourself. If you have oils, maybe putting the oils on. Gently stroking your arms, touching your hands, just really getting into contact with this deep wisdom that you are sacred, that you are beautiful. And this is always. This is in every moment of every day, really. Maybe even touching your feet with your sacred hands. Sending your love to every part of your body, every part of your being, and carrying it with the dignity that it is worthy of. And when you feel complete with this process of just, like you are really connected to your eternal essence, you are really connected to the beauty and the effortlessness of your beauty and the power and the strength and the dignity of who you are. And just feeling that swaggerliciousness of like, yes, like I am a queen. Really feeling that. When you really feel connected to the authenticity and the reality of that, within your mind's eye, I ask you and encourage you to carry this delicious dignity in your mind's eye. Begin to walk towards. You might ask me, what am I walking towards? You may not know yet, but there is this drumming, and you feel it deep in your soul, this pull, pulling you forward, and you follow. This drum radiate deep inside you through your root. You grow roots that pull you closer to this drumming sound, radiating through every cell of your body now. This call is unavoidable, and so you follow. Deep. Feel this call. And this call and this drumming, you continue to hear it. Leading you closer and closer and closer to what you realize is this mouth of the cave. And so you realize that this is where this drum has been leading you to. And you feel like, I've made it this far, I can't stop now. I need to know, what is the source of this drumming? Where is this leading to me? It feels fun, it feels curious. You feel, again, it's unavoidable. And so you enter this dark cave. And immediately the air shifts, becomes wet and cold, but somehow not uncomfortable. And you see a stairwell, and you begin to descend into the mouth of this cave, allowing this cave to take you wherever it is you are needing to go. Trusting this process implicitly, that you will be led to what your soul is craving the most. As you continue to descend this stairwell in this dark, almost wombic-like cave, you can feel almost like the obsidian rock that surrounds you. You can hear this like wet dripping. You feel this like cold, cool sensation, but there's this inner knowing, there's this inner calling within your womb that tells you, go deeper, go deeper now. And so you follow, you allow this call to reverberate and draw you in deeper, deeper, deeper into this cave. Until finally you see like a warm, glowing sconce on the wall a little bit ahead of you. And there's a gate. And you wonder, how am I going to get through this gate? But there seems to be a woman in front of the gate, veiled in a black veil, wearing lace. And you can feel that she's breathing, she's alive, but she's not saying anything, almost like a sentry of this gate. And there might be a little bit of feeling of trepidation or intimidation, but there's also this deep calling of like, this is where I'm meant to be. This is where I'm meant to go. And so you continue to descend towards this gate, towards this black-veiled woman, and where the next steps lead you. Until finally you are face to face with this veiled woman. Now suddenly she very gently takes her veil and she places it up and over her head. And you look into her milky gray eyes that you instantly can sense both past, future, and present realities. This woman is a seer. Even if she might not be able to see with her physical eyes, you can see and feel and intuit that she sees to the depths of the reality and the truth of a thing. And she asks you, my love, look into my left eye. And so you do. She says, my love, I am the gate of personal authority. Where do other people's opinions still define your worth? Allowing whatever to arise, trusting your answer, trusting your response to this woman and to this question at this time. Maybe even speaking your answer aloud with your mouth to acknowledge what you are seeing now, what she is allowing you to see within yourself now. Where do other people's opinions still define your worth? When you have that clarity and you have spoken it to her or to yourself, you can feel the shift within her as she acknowledges your truth. And she asks you, my dear love, are you willing to lay this false truth down at my feet so you may continue your descent? Sitting with yourself now and feeling the truth come up. Not thinking about it, but feeling it. Are you ready to lay this down at this woman's feet? Are you ready to take this opportunity to be rid consciously of this pattern? Not having to know how it will work or if it's efficable, just taking this moment, this opportunity to lay this pattern at this woman's feet. Even if there is trepidation, are you willing to try? beautiful. She opens the gate for you and tells you that you can continue to descend into the cave. And so you do. You continue to take these steps deeper and deeper and deeper into the cave. A little less afraid now, maybe. Feeling into your body, feeling how even that one gate, that one allowance has maybe left you feeling a little bit stronger, a little bit more sure in your body, sure of yourself, a bit lighter of heart. As you continue to descend, surrounded by this beautiful obsidian rock and this cool breeze that begins to feel more refreshing, even as you're walking in almost complete silent darkness, there is a peace here that you begin to connect with and connect to. An assuredness of self, an assuredness of foot as you continue to descend. After a few spiraling circles down the stairwell, you begin to see another glowing light. And as you get closer to this glowing light, you begin to see the figure who stands in front of this gate. This figure is dressed in green. Again, she has a beautiful piece of green cloth that covers her face. But there is a silver sword that she carries at her side. There is a fierceness to her presence, to her authenticity. And as you begin to step closer to her, you can almost feel this authenticity becoming alive within you. The more you get closer to this woman, to her presence, you can feel this ferocious trust in self, trust in your own truth coming to life within you. And there's almost an excitement, or maybe other emotions, as you reach this woman. As she lifts up her green veil, and you see her striking eyes. What color are her eyes? This is information for you as well. I see them as blue. What do you see them as? Looking into her striking blue eyes, she holds up both of her hands and says, I am the gate of internal worth. What is your most valuable possession in your life? This could be a home, a friendship, your mother, your father, but just reflecting what is the most valuable possession, the most valuable resource that you have in your life. What is that? She then asks you, who would you be if that was taken away? Feeling this now. She asks you, are you willing to lay this possession and your attachment to it as it defines your worth, whether you recognize it or not, at my feet? Waiting for your natural and honest answer to arise. Are you willing to at least try to lay your attachment to this possession down? Freeing up your heart and soul and allowing your true stability, your true inner worth to shine through. Beautiful. Her fierceness remains with you as she opens the gate for you and allows you to descend the stairwell even further. And as you do, as you continue to follow these beautiful obsidian steps down, 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 the next gate arrives even more quickly. It is a little old woman standing in red robes, silver chains. Maybe you see something different, trusting what you see here as you approach her. I am the gate of accepting myself as I am, she says. Where do you perform or people please for safety or to be liked? Allowing this truth to rise within you, your answer to rise within you. She asks you, are you willing to drop this habit, this pattern at my feet, so you might truly come into deeper communion with your authentic self, with you as you are in your wholeness? If there is fear or trepidation, acknowledging it and simply asking it and yourself, are you at least willing to try to release this pattern of people pleasing, of performing in order for other people to be liked, to like you, for your own safety? Are you willing to see yourself as safe as you are? Releasing that at her feet now. Thanking her for this beautiful gift. Thanking the others in gratitude for this beautiful gift of releasing these burdens, of releasing the need for these inauthenticities you now see as not being necessary at all. You thank her deep from your heart, deep from your soul, as she opens the gate and you continue to travel down. Here, at this gate, you see a woman, tall, black, beautiful, and completely naked. There's a feeling within you, like a quickening of your heart, as though you may also be seen this way, be seen this clearly as you come to this gate, as you get close to this gate and enter this gate. And so you stand in front of this beautiful woman. Completely nude, both in spirit and mind and on body. And you realize that with this woman there is nothing you can hide from yourself or from her. She asks you again to look into her left eye, and you oblige. She asks you, What part of you is no one allowed to see? Knowing that she can see this part, it allows it to gently rise to the surface. What part of you is no one allowed to see? Allowing the safety that you feel in this cave, the safety you feel with her, for your answer to just arise to and out your lips, like a confession. You no longer have to be alone in this part of yourself. You can be seen, and it can be safe. That's what you feel, and you begin to realize as this answer comes out and through you. She asks you if you're ready. And there's a part of you that understands what she's asking of you. There's an aspect of vulnerability, of authenticity that you've been doing at each of these gates, taking these parts out of yourself and laying them down so that you can see yourself in your entirety more clearly. And she asks at this gate for you, to the level of your comfort, to disrobe yourself so that you might see yourself more clearly, to take off your jewelry, to take off your crown, to release your clothes to the floor, standing nude and naked, bare, for yourself to be fully seen for who and what you are. Yes, physically, but the physicality is a representation of being able and willing to see yourself naked, honest and true. So to the level of your comfort, you begin disrobing, allowing all these things to gently drop to the floor. Left here at the foot of this woman, and here at the foot of this gate. As you continue to walk down and around, deeper into this cave. The descent continues, circling round and round and round and round. You feel like you must be getting to the bottom of this mountain, of this cave. And yet, there is another gate, a silver gate. A woman who looks like a priestess is dressed in blue robes, a flower, a rose in her hand. You walk closer to her until you are face to face. She asks you to look into her left eye, and so you do. And she asks you the question, who would you be if no one else could see? She smiles at you, and she tells you, you are ready. And you believe and trust her, and so you continue through this gate. Walking through this gate, you finally begin to hear that drumming again. loud and fast. You continue down and down and down, knowing you're so close now. Until finally get to the bottom step. Yeah! You're attacked by a woman. And you fall to the ground, and she's on top of you, and she's fucking crazy. She's wild. Her eyes are wild. Her hair's wild. She's got her freaking claws out, and she looks like she's gonna fucking kill you. And you know that in order to preserve your own safety, you have to fight for yourself. You have to defend yourself. And she's a freaking banshee. Yeah! She's yelling. She's screaming. She's crying. She's got tears coming out of her eyes. And so you quickly push her off, face to face with this wild creature, this wild creatura. And you don't know why this woman who this woman is, why she's attacked you, but you feel her deep pain now, and she's fucking pissed. She's so fucking pissed. And you know she's fucking pissed at you. And you look deep into her eyes, into the ferocity of her eyes, and you can feel her pain and her loathing and her hatred towards you, all directed towards you. And your confusion becomes a living thing as you don't understand how this woman, who you've never met before in your life, could have so much unadulterated hatred pouring out of her sockets towards you, until you realize, oh my God, that's me. You don't know how it's possible, but as you're looking at this wild woman, at this wild creature, you begin to see your own face, your own facial structure. You realize that this is you. You don't know how it's possible, but you're looking at a direct mirror of yourself. And she's mad. She is fucking mad. She's pissed. She's been down here for who knows how long. You don't know how it's possible, but you know you're connected. And she yells again, oh my God! How dare you come down? How dare you come down here? How dare you? I've been alone for so long. I'm tired. I'm angry. I'm hungry. I'm lonely. I'm sad. And you realize, as you're looking at this version of yourself, that she is the embodiment of all of the pieces of you that you have shunned, relegated, and hidden away. The parts of you that you didn't want to feel. The emotions you didn't know how to experience. She has been experiencing them the whole time. No wonder she's fucking pissed. No wonder she's angry and sad. She's been down here this whole time, feeling the entirety of the pain that you pushed away, pushed aside, didn't know how to feel. And she's staring at you with pure fucking hatred, pure anger, anguish, pure sadness. And she begins to wail, And as she's making these sounds, you begin to feel them so viscerally. All this pain, all this hurt, all this sadness, all this betrayal and rejection. You haven't allowed yourself to feel as she's making these sounds. And as you're down here with her, you begin to feel them through your body as well. And you begin to repeat your own sounds, but you realize they're mirroring her sounds, and I'm lonely, I'm so lonely, I'm so sad, I'm so mad. Why did I let them do that? How could I let them betray me like that? You begin to just feel and emote, and she begins to feel and emote more, and you guys it's this mirroring. So she's feeling, and you might, back. And as as she's emoting, as you're emoting, you realize that there is a deep power that you're beginning to feel in your body, in your womb, as you're allowing these emotions to be reflected back, this version of you to be seen, to be held, to be understood in a way, and maybe ways that she hasn't been before. And you begin to see that she begins to settle the more that you reflect this emoting back to her, giving it a place to stand, giving it a place to be experienced by not only her. She begins to settle. She begins to calm. And you begin to feel your power deep in your womb again. There's so much compassion maybe that comes through you, just feeling how you feel. Allowing this process to be as long as it needs to be, saying what needs to be said, feeling what needs to be felt, emoting in whatever ways come through to you, but recognizing and seeing this process happening, you being more embodied, her being more settled, feeling more held. You can feel her feeling more held. The more that you are willing to look and experience alongside her. There might be tears, there might be tenderness, just allowing whatever comes through to come through. She says, I'm sorry. And you realize then all she ever wanted, all of her pain, all of her hatred, it wasn't really directed. It wasn't about you. It was about her wanting to feel like she has the right to exist as she is. And to not be alone in that. There's a safety that she begins to feel as she begins to crawl or walk towards you. And there is an embrace, if you're willing, that she wants to have with you. Integrating and completing this process by really letting her in, really letting this part of yourself in, really letting the power and the insight that she has in, the sadness that she has in, the necessity of the motions that she has, that she's felt for you, on behalf of you, really letting that in, really letting even the discomfort in, recognizing that when it's acknowledged, there is a soothing of it, and there is an empowerment from it. So loving this part of yourself until you realize she's completely absorbed into your body, into your heart, into your being. There's a piece of her that you recognize, you see now, stays down here, that this is her realm. This is what she is the queen of, understanding that which is challenging, that which is hard, that which is hard to digest, that is what she excels at. But there is also a piece of her, of you, that you carry with you always, that you carry back even as you ascend back into the upper world. And that, yes, there are times when you will need to come down here, come back through the gates and visit her again, be warmed by her again, be warmed by her loving consciousness, by her insights, by her purity, by her beauty, by her ability to digest and withstand looking and feeling and experiencing the more challenging aspects of life. But you also feel in your core, in your belly, in your womb, the reality that this power is yours always. There's a deeper aspect of understanding and respecting yourself when this piece, when this part of you is truly integrated. And so you thank her, you bow to her wisdom, to her beauty, to her eminence, thanking her for keeping all of that wisdom, all of those emotions stored for you so that you can truly feel them, receive the wealth of wisdom and knowledge that is meant to be received from them. Thank you. Thank her for being willing to hold them and carry them for you. She thanks you for coming, for experiencing, for being willing. And with this renewed sense of empowerment, this renewed sense of knowing a deeper aspect of yourself, there's a different kind of power and dignity that you hold now. There's an integrated understanding of yourself in life that you hold deeper within yourself now. And as you ascend back up the stairwell, winding around and round, going through the gates that you've already passed through, seeing the women and the gatekeepers that you've already passed, recognizing you will be back here again. And there will be different questions and different gates to be answered, and you will be ready then. As you were now, you begin to ascend this deeper appreciation for self, this deeper, tender, wild power that is all yours, that is all who you are.